I'm Megan Dempsey and I'm on the volleyball team. I'm from Murrieta, California. It's like an hour north of San Diego. My dad was in the hotel business, and so with that career, you're just always on the move if you want to promote and move up. I thought it was really cool. I mean, I got to see a lot of different places. I didn't really become attached to like one home, so even now I'm always willing to just kind of leave. Living in one place since I was in 3rd grade though, since I got to go through middle school and high school, like the hardest times of your life basically, or at least childhood, with the same friends. I have one younger brother, he's 2.5 years younger. He was a pain in the butt, to be completely honest, because he wasn't like me. He didn't like sports, he liked video games. We both liked to hike. That was like our one common thing that we enjoyed. But we fought a lot, probably because we're pretty much the same person. But now it's cool, we're really close. I think both of us moving out of the house really helped us, because he leans on me a lot more, I lean on him a lot more. My mom was a cheerleader growing up. My dad and I like to tell her that's not a sport. But she was a tumbler, so that's okay. It's a sport, I guess. But my dad is really into sports. He swam, he played football, he played baseball, like he did everything. He was always really into like watching sports on TV, so I was always watching sports next to him. Like right now, the NLCS, whew, the Cubs, come on. My dad always was pretty much at every game, every practice. He hated missing practice, hated missing any tournament I had. So they were super supportive and supportive of the fact that I wanted to go on and wanted to do more with it. One of my brother's teammates on his baseball team, who was my age, but he was one of my friends, his older sister played volleyball. We would mess around with it at their baseball games and practices, and I kind of just developed an interest in it, I guess. I played softball for a while. I swam for a summer. I think I did soccer for 1 year, maybe. I played basketball and made 1 basket, so that was really good. Did dance, but I have no rhythm, so that didn't work out for me. I started like a rec league when I was in 7th grade, and then I started like a locals club team in 8th grade, and then once I got to high school is when it became serious, actually. I think I kind of always had a competitive drive. I was always like kid in PE that had to win everything. I think I got serious when I realized I could actually go to college for it. So when I first got like my first letter in the mail, I was like, oh, okay, this could be a thing. And then that's when I decided, all right, I want to be on a better team. I want to do private lessons. I want to, I don't know, I just got an itch for it and I just wanted to do it all the time. Like, that was like the only thing I focused on. I put in a lot of work. My dad helped me a lot. We had set up lists of colleges that had my specific major, like there were places I potentially wanted to go. Most of them were East Coast colleges for me, and so having that 3-hour time difference in California, I would get up super early in the morning and personally make phone calls to the coaches. I found that really helped. I had questions ready. I like putting in the hard work and the effort to get something done. It makes me feel a little bit more accomplished. It was good for me because now I'm able to help other people like with the recruiting process. And then when I was trying to get re-recruited again to transfer, I knew what to do. I knew it worked. My volunteer assistant coach at UNLV was one of Coach's players at Brownsville when they won the national championship. And she had talked to him when he was in Vegas for a recruiting trip. She had mentioned about how I was looking to transfer. And so she kind of got in contact with him and then was talking to me about him, and she was like kind of our like middleman for a while until I actually had my release and I was able to talk to people. And he was straight up with me. He was like, all right, we have 2 years here, but this is a first-year program, so we're bringing you in. You're probably gonna play outside. I mean, he knew, he was just straight up with what he wanted. He knew what he wanted to do with the program. It was just nice to hear somebody be just completely honest. And he told me that. He was like, I've lost recruits because I was that honest before. But I think that's one thing I really liked. Coach's plans come around finally, like what he really wants for the program. Like, obviously we're nowhere near where it could be. But like beating Baylor and doing well against Texas Tech and finally beating Corpus, I think really just proved to ourselves and everybody else that we're here to win. Like, we're gonna build this program up, whether or not it's this year, it's next year, it's in 5 years. It's gonna happen at some point. Really cool and fun to be a part of like the first team that's really doing something. I mean, yeah, last year was the first UTRGV team, but this year we're actually doing something with the name. And it's fun having like all different nationalities being represented. I mean, there's only 5 Americans. I'm the only non-Texan on the team, so it's interesting because I've never played with internationals before until I got here, and then all of a sudden we have, what, 10 internationals? So, I mean, I've learned, I can pretty much understand any accent at this point and decipher it and figure out what they're trying to say. Ashley, our athletic trainer, I think she described it the best way possible. She kind of looked at us and she was like, you guys separately are all that friend that every group has. You're just that weird friend. And together we're this weird bunch, but I mean, it works. I think it's a fun group of girls. I really enjoy it here.
Your favorite thing about volleyball?
My favorite thing? I like the IQ side of it. I mean, yeah, you can go up and just hit a ball as hard as you want, but being able to see the court and see what people are going to do and reading a shoulder or doing something early or seeing that somebody's cheating this way so you tip this way, and just like the IQ side of it, the really having to think through it and figuring out the problem and why this is happening and how you can make it better and make it work, I think is my favorite aspect at least.